Okay, guys, this is the High Council meeting for August 30th, 2014. We have a bunch of different topics to go over today. The reason why I am going to be recording and publishing this is because we definitely have a lot of issues that are going to be brought up, and everybody might not know exactly how we're going to be resolving them. So if anybody does have any kind of questions, they can always refer back to this video and see exactly how we're going to do that. Not only that, we do have some promotions and demotions and some warnings going down, so I do like you guys to spread the word of any kind of thing. If people aren't here, we tried our hardest to get everybody here that needed to be, so anybody else just pretty much decided not to show up after multiple invites, so it's just kind of on them. The first issue we're going to be bringing up is the huge topic of rebirth. That squad we've been really kind of letting hang on the cusp of declining and shutting down for the past several months now. It just seems that every general that ever gets a hold of that squad really just kind of does a really crappy job of being a general, and they never appoint a GIT, and that squad just kind of slowly lingers. Essentially, when that squad was started with XG Jedi, we got that squad up to about 93 members in probably about 4 weeks. I think that plus the issue that it never got higher-ups was the damning factor in that squad. Ever since Jedi, it went to Antichrist, Assassin, Turtle Lover, Legend. You know, everybody that has taken the helm of that squad has really just kind of nosedived, and not only nosedived, just not done anything. Jezro, could you please mute your mic? I'm getting feedback. So essentially, it's never gotten, in the entire existence of that squad, a structured, higher-up system. It was nothing but recruits funneled into that squad. All right, Jezro, last time I'm warning you, dude.
My mic is muted.
Well, you're echoing like crazy. Ever since the beginning of that squad, it never has had a hierarchy. Therefore, you could never really expect the squad to do anything other than slowly lose members. They haven't had a meeting in probably about 2.5 months. And there's really only so much we can do rather than just throw more higher-ups in there and expect something to change. So I've kind of went over the numbers, statistics, everything that we've had in the past. What I'm going to end up doing now is we're going to try and make almost a new squad, but not necessarily. It's going to be a max reboot. What we do when we do our max reboots is we basically start a brand new squad. And essentially what today is going to be is, my thought was maybe we can open Mayhem and funnel everybody in there and make it an FR squad, since we do have more balance as a higher up system in the FR division rather than in the H4 division. I was thinking the FR division could take on a new squad and leave the H4 one down until we get more of a structured hierarchy within there, or we could just keep it 4 and 4 and go ahead and open a brand new squad and just funnel everybody from the Rebirth squad into Dragon. Stop, dude. You're about to get booted. Funnel everybody from the Rebirth squad into the new one, and/or Mayhem, whatever you guys choose. We should do. I think honestly the best bet is to go ahead and reopen Mayhem and go. Who is that dude? All right, we're done. We can do this all day.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
And we just instead of having a 4 cap for the divisions, why don't we just set it to 5? That way we'd have room for 2 more in H4, and I'm sure that with Mayhem coming back, it'll be fine.
Because Lambert wouldn't stop. That's why I booted him. Okay, it's not necessarily about more and more and more and more squads at the moment. Do not necessarily need more and more and more and more squads. That's not what I'm saying. You just said we have room to grow more. And it's not necessarily about capping out. I still want it to have 4 and 4 for right now. If we decide to change that balance later, that's fine. We can decide to change that balance. But until then, what I think the best bet to do would go ahead and, we can vote on it. We can take other ideas, but you're not understanding my consensus at the moment. We have a shitty...
You're focused on getting the squad back, and you don't want to have dead weight.
Not only that. We have a half-ass MIT in both divisions. We have a not very fluent MIT and major, for that matter, in the H4 division that they're really not doing their job. And we have... Okay, next person to throw something, you're getting booted and you're not returning. I'm not kidding, dude. And we have This is a high council meeting. You guys want to be dipshits? Get out.
My apologies, I dropped my controller.
We have a major and a major in training. To an extent, the major in training in the FR division is really lacking at the moment. That's just because they haven't done anything since they've gotten the position. But I think that'll turn around possibly after this meeting. And I think the majors and the major in training in the FR division can take on another squad. They've already done really well with the squads that they've already had under their belts. So I think that if we push the next squad to them just for, kind of oversight, there's really not a whole lot that'll be needed with a new squad like this. It's mainly the squads that have been around for a while but need the most help. So I think, when one is up and coming like this, essentially we'll treat it as a new squad just with a broader spectrum of things started. So what we're going to do is take every active member from Rebirth like we normally do in a reboot, except funnel them all into the new squad. Because I think new squad, new name, new everything gives people more of motivation to actually start a squad and hope it does better. Because right now, Legend and everybody else in that squad, they think it's shitty, so they're not going to do anything to fix it. They think it's broken. So if you give them a new squad, you give them a new start, I think honestly it will actually turn it around and help them get a little more oomph into it and actually show who the active people are, who the non-active people are. Because there's a lot of people in that squad that have been recruits since it started that just don't want to do anything. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if we offer them a chance to move to a new squad and they reject it, oh well, that's on them. It'll be the same thing we did with Mayhem when we shut it down. But this time we're going to be transferring a whole new crop of people into Mayhem and hopefully starting a new thing. Or, this is the other option, and this is what's up for vote, is if you guys think we should just go ahead and stick it with the H4 division, make the major in training of the H4 division do their job, or demotion will ensue, that's no doubt about it. And make sure that they actually do that. But the spin side to that is we're still going to need a gen and a gen in training to put in this new squad wherever we put them. So that's the only spin side. Does anyone have any kind of objections to it?
Yeah, I definitely have some comments.
Go ahead, Jesus, you first.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Who else?
That was Bong.
Oh, okay. Bong, go ahead.
Yeah, this is what I have to say. I have no problem getting out of the squadron in the H4 division. Okay, fine. First of all, the H4 division is... I'm not trying to be a dick, but they're just fucked up. A lot of their leaders are sucking ass, they're not doing their jobs, they're not doing... I know they've kind of come in at a particular time, a lot of leaders have come in at a bad time. I freaking rebuilt squads in our division. I don't want to hear an excuse from anyone, but there's no reason why we can't get Rebirth up to speed. No reason why we can't. The max time it should take you to build the squad is 3 weeks. No problem. 3 weeks, you've got a squad rebuilt. Build all these squads up, and we can also rehab No Mercy. So, Mayhem. There's no reason why we can't do it. We can get all of that done. And anybody that fail at it, you go fuck yourself. You're not a leader. What it takes to be a leader.
Yeah, but see, on the other hand of that though, you're wanting to do too much too soon. We're spread thin as it is right now.
Bullshit. I can make
no, not at all. Well, you can say that all day long. It does not matter. There's still 5 squads in here that all need help currently. It does not matter that you say that you can spread all these. It doesn't matter. Get one thing done at a time, and then we have everything to the max, to the fucking highest that we can get it, and that's actually done correctly. You're going to spread 15 things out in 15 different methods. Well, that could be your plan all day and tomorrow. What we need to do is we need to have one squad.
I've been getting everybody maxed out. The only squad.
There's been nothing to do in the FR division. There's been nothing to do in. There's been nothing to do in the FR division except oversee it. Who's your general in Resolve right now? Who's your general in Resolve right now?
Resolve is Anarchy.
Resolve is Anarchy. And within Anarchy, he's been the general for the last 2 weeks now. They have not grown in numbers at all whatsoever because they haven't had to. You haven't rebuilt a squad. The only thing we've done is we put Anarchy in as a general.
I've recruited.
Who? Name them right now then.
Right now, Message, fucking KSI Shadow, fucking Nightmare Moon, fucking Magna Diem, fucking everybody that's a general or anybody that's anything in No Mercy, I've recruited. And it's same with Resolve.
Resolve is at
I fucking
85 right
recruit them
now.
as well.
That's,
Resolve
are we
is
talking
at
about No
85.
Mercy
Okay,
or
so-
Resolve? Whoa, you gotta pick a squad that we're talking about.
And as far as Resolve goes, I've been nurturing them back to health. I've recruited a whole lot of them because they're getting back into health. And
They've been, I'm saying though, there's nothing, this is what I'm trying to say, there's nothing that those squads need except overseeing right now. So I don't know why you're saying you're going to be doing all these other things.
I have no problem recruiting for another squad and helping them get together.
Yeah, but it's not about recruiting. If it was all about recruiting, this is the one time it's not all about recruiting. If it was all about recruiting, we'd be in the exact same situation that we're in right now. All the recruits got pushed in. I'm aware of that. What I'm saying is, we need to take this one step at a time because we're spreading our generals and our higher-ups too goddamn thin for everything to be trying to rehab one squad, open a new squad, still think about tactical, still think about every single individual squad within the H4 division. When you guys are worried about the FR division, that's fine. We're just overseeing things. What we need to do is we need to take these people, take one person in one squad individually, and it'll take 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, if we get all focused on it, rather than take 6-7 weeks doing 4 different things and hoping everything gets done. No, you said you wanted to rehab Mayhem, you wanted to do No Mercy as well, you wanted to rehab Tactical and push all these things in together.
Mayhem and No Mercy.
No, what I'm talking about, hold on, what I'm talking about is we're shutting down Rebirth. I have nothing, you brought up No Mercy. We're shutting down Rebirth.
Not even No Mercy. Fuck No Mercy. I mean, I'm talking about Rebirth.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We are shutting down Rebirth.
We don't
that
need
is
to
over.
Rebirth.
Yes, we do, because we're funneling kids. Here's the option. We either shut them down or we do a restart. There's literally no difference between the two.
Major that actually gets their shit together.
That has nothing to do with the major at all. There is no general in training in there that actually does anything. We just demoted the general that's in there. The first captain structure straight down is absolute shit. So therefore, all we have to find out is who the active people are in there. And I'm not running through that squad, sending an individual message to everybody saying, hey, hit me up, I want to see how good you are. Hey, hit me up, how good you are. And then nobody ends up doing anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the people that I know that are active from in there, and I'm going to put them in a new squad. Therefore, we don't have to worry about all the individual people that are in that squad that aren't doing anything. What you're trying to do is make 2 different squads, and if that's not the case, then restarting just Rebirth is way too damn tedious. I don't care about making a new FR or a new H4. If we want to do another FR squad, we can make a new tag for it.
No, I don't care about that. What I'm saying is that with a slight bit of effort, anybody wants to retard move their middle fucking finger because their fucking testicle just got jiggled by a fucking needle, we can get all of these squads back in order. It's not that hard to do.
Yes, but the thing is, Bong, everybody... Alright, grenades.
Oh, you fucking grenade throwing.
My bad, I was getting battery from my brother. My controller.
Rebirth has been straight fucked since I was recruited.
I know it's been straight fucked, but I guarantee you, if I would deal with this,
stop talking
it would
over
not be
me.
fucked.
Stop talking over me. I've been listening to you this whole time. Don't talk over me. It's fucked. Even if we put people in there, we just put Driven there.
I'm not gonna put anybody in there.
Sorry, my fucking controller died.
Well then here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this ahead of time. You know what? Regardless of what everybody's having to say, we have further on plans after this. So everybody that wants to do all this separate shit, that's all coming up in this meeting. So to sit here for fucking 13 minutes already and argue over not doing a squad, I'm just going to say this now. We're shutting down Rebirth. If you don't like it, try a different party. What we're voting on now, is if we are keeping this, it's not whether we have to shut down a squad or not. We're still going to have to do a restart. Now, either we restart it under the same name, or we take a squad that we already have and put the active people in there, which is a restart. Jezro, Jesus Christ on your goddamn mind. Now, we're either starting a squad that we already have under the same instance, or we're going to keep the squad name that we do now. That's all that it is. And you're throwing a big giant fit over keeping Rebirth's name when there's no reason to. All you're fighting over is a goddamn name. And I don't care about a name. That has nothing to do with me. What I'm trying to make it more simplistic to do is take the specific active people and move them. rather than just go through like we do on a restart and delete the people that are offline for a certain amount of time. Then all we're doing is taking 70 people and turning it into 40 and having the same shit bank that we did before. Why? Send out a message to see who the active people... That's not what it's about, dude. You're completely missing the concept. Everybody can make every individual squad better than they already are simply by putting in effort. We all know that. We all do that on a weekly basis by putting people in and having meetings. That has nothing to do with anything that I'm saying. What I'm saying is we are taking a non-active squad, starting it up under a new name with active people in it, and starting up the new squad to put in that division. The only thing that was up for debate at all was whether we think that the H4 major and major in training have enough gall to be able to oversee that new squad, or should we transfer it to an FR division squad? That was the only thing that was up for debate. Not starting multiple squads up and overseeing all this like a goddamn puppet master. That's not what's up for debate. The only thing we're voting on is if we're voting on an FR division that we're going to be pushing this into, or an H4. It is still going to be Rebirth. It is still going to be the core of Rebirth. It is still going to be all the active people, just a new squad name, and funneling all of our support and effort into that one squad. We are spread too thin to be doing both of these at this current moment. I don't want to do that. It does not matter. We're not going to be trying to do that. It's going to take a week, week and a half, 2 weeks tops to take this squad and turn it from crap to an actual thriving squad. Just like when we started Dynasty, we started Aurora. Those squads didn't even take that long. Could it take 3-4 days to transfer Rebirth? Yes. Seriously, by Wednesday, that squad could be over the top in the amount of people. This coming up Labor Day is literally going to be the best recruiting session we're going to have for the next upcoming month or two. Because everybody's going to be home, there's going to be a shit ton of people on, and it's going to be the perfect time to funnel kids into this squad and find out exactly who's active. We have tons of people that are lower members in other squads right now that we can transfer into a new squad and see exactly how much motivation they have to run a squad. Tons of people. It does not mean that we should, while we're already ahead of ourselves, spread into multiple different ones and try and figure all this shit out. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing all of our attention on this new squad and then fixing the newer squads after that. We're already going to get into this, which I was going to just tell you when we were 13 minutes into this. We're already 20 minutes in. We haven't even got over the first topic. Okay, we're done with this. Everybody go to the right-hand side, which is your guys' left, if you would like the squad as an H4 division. Go to your guys' right-hand side if you want it as an FR division.
Are you talking about Rebirth or...
The new Rebirth, yes. We'll classify it as Rebirth for right now, because I don't know what the squad name is going to be, but I'm not keeping the Rebirth tag. Because I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to shut that down because there's too many inactive people. Are they on every day? Yes. But are they active? No. So I don't want them to be in there because our normal technique of rebooting a squad would not clear those people. Alright, how many people we got over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's already done. It's already done.
4,
H4
5,
wins.
6, 7. Okay, H4 wins. Alright, so it's going to be under a new tag name. It is not going to be Rebirth. We can come up with a name at a later date. I'm going to be making it after this meeting. I'll get with a couple of you guys and come up with a new name. But I want it to be under a new tag simply because I just want to shut that squad completely down, get rid of all the inactive people, and pull all the activity from that into it. When a squad gets below 70 people, or they have absolutely no hierarchy system, that's when it's deemed for shutting them down. That's how it's always been. That's how we've always done it. Never had a problem in the past, so there's no reason to try and fix something when it's been broken this much. We have done 2 resets to Rebirth. Lambert, you were with me at the last reset. What did we say was the thing that was going to end up happening to Rebirth if they didn't turn their shit around?
Gonna get shut down.
There you go. So anybody else that wants to bitch, goodbye. Okay, on to the next topic. First Lord. This is your topic this time around. There's been still no necessarily communication between you and your GIT that I'm aware of. Is there anything new that you have to shed on the subject?
Not really. I haven't really done much this week since I was under the impression I was suspended.
Well, you still need to be getting with the rest of your squad and telling them exactly what to do. When they're having their meetings, you're just not allowed... Yeah, you're not allowed to attend the meetings. You're still supposed to be gathering information, knowing about your squad and all that kind of jazz. I don't know if you knew about that or regardless, but unfortunately, there was no message, there was no update, there was no nothing. This is the second warning. Has anyone given him a previous warning or no? Or that was his first?
Yeah, I have.
So you've already had 2?
don't remember.
Okay. Well, then this is going to be, I'm just going to tell you now then, this is going to be your last warning. I don't want to demote you. You're an awesome general. I know the situation that's at hand with everything that's on your plate, but this is the last warning I can give you. The next time, no information is forwarded to your gen in training during his next meeting, it will probably end up with a demotion. Just because you can't attend a meeting or anything of that nature doesn't mean you can't, relinquish information. I still want you to be getting with your GIT, regardless if it's on Kick or whatever. I know you're still, rather active on Kick. I would at least like to see you active somewhat. I don't know if you can get on the clan website, but if you can get on the clan website, get on that shit. Just be active, man. Regardless of how you have to be, as long as you are in the picture somehow, it doesn't mean... I'm not going to demote you for not showing up to meetings when you can't, as long as you're still talking to your GIT about what to say. You have to realize your GIT is in the position to take over for you if for some reason you can't.
I understand. And
So,
I'm actually pretty confident that he would be able to.
Okay, well, just give him the information, man.
Well,
That's all it's
let me
about.
ask you this. First, Lord, would you rather take on a position of a lesser role and have...
Bong, I had already tried to, and that was kind of put out of the
Well, I mean,
picture.
I think it's at this point it's just a topic. Rather have Wheezy be the general and you step down to a position that you think you... I think this is a good place to do it.
I know, I mean, if you guys...
It's, you know what, man? This is not anything that we want. You have to realize this to yourself. This is the same thing I tried telling you in a party when we all got in there. This is not a situation that anybody can force on you. If you would rather have this position for yourself because you think you want to do it, keep it. If it's a situation where you legitimately think you cannot handle the duty anymore and you cannot relinquish information, you cannot stay in the loop with your own squad, at the end of the day, you being an XGU is your decision. You doing what you can in XGU is your decision. So regardless of what happens...
we play with you for a long time. Obviously, we're in your boat, bro, but it's just that ideal for you right now. That's cool, dude.
Well, regardless of what happens, this is, like you said, this would be the time to relinquish what you want to do. If you want to still stick it out and try and do what you can, more power to you. If you want to give up, you want to do whatever you want to do, that's up to you as well.
First, Lord, yes, I came over to No Mercy to help you out. As your first captain, Wheezy has been doing his job amazingly. I love having you as my general. You've done, but I would like to get communication from you too. Wheezy's been kind of just in our factor. Wheezy has kind of been just doing it as a general.
Whatever, man. I'm almost thinking. First Lord be GIT.
Well, it's his decision, man. This is completely your shit. I don't want to. I mean, if you're GIT, you still have to know. You're still expected to do stuff at a GIT. So don't think because you're stepping down to a GIT, you're off the hook. That still means you have to be on the website. I mean, can you post on the website on a weekly basis? Can you, show up on the website? I mean, you could be a GIT and strictly be website based. It's completely possible. But that issue still lies. Can you be on the website? Can, once a week you get with Wheezy to update your squad? Can you be able to do that stuff and not have us have to get back onto you? Because if it's in the same boat, it's completely up to you at the situation, but, don't get in over your head because you think it's going to be easier. And hold on, I'll be right back. I got a Gatorade. But, Jesus, Lambert, help him make up his decision. See what we're going to do.
Alright, Cody, what do you want to do? I know that you're fucking going to school all the time. I know that you're building that or designing that video game. I always get texts of you drawing. It seems like you have time to do stuff. You just don't choose to
all those
forward
drawings
it.
I do is stuff I do in my art class.
Well, it's besides still designing a video game. I'm just saying that clearly you have some time that you could budget for the clan, but it seems like you don't want to, despite the suspension. But it's what you want to do. Do you want to give it one last shot? Like God said, it's your last warning. You fuck up again, you're done. Or do you want to just step down?
Well, I mean, even easier, I think a GIT position would allow him to do As long as he stays in contact with his updates and everything. I think
How active can you be?
Yeah, it's really the main question.
Well, I think
here.
I could possibly do the minimum, like Gods was saying, and at least talk to Wheezy and post on the website or something like that. So.
Well, it's not just about posting on the website. It's being consistently posting on the website. There's people that literally go to that website weekly looking for updates. I mean, as vain as it sounds, some people like the promotion aspect and then being able to go on the website and see their name at a certain position, see that they're doing something, they can physically see it. So, I mean, it's not just about, oh, I gotta go on there and post it, blah, 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 blah. Well, I mean, you know, when the generals have their meetings, they like to have that as a resource tool that they can say, hey, guys, this is the positions we need filled. Bam, they have it right in front of them. You know, first captain, second captain, fourth lieutenant. Bam, like that. Instead of, I think we have this one and maybe this one. No, you know, it's something you have to be consistent on. Granted, it's once a week. So it's not like it's overly hard, but it's consistency. But that decision is entirely up to you. If you'd rather try it out, I mean, hey, you know, always down the road if you ever become more active. At a GIT, at least, you know, you're first in line to run a squad again.
I'll give it a shot, but
Alright.
like I still can't do it. I'm fine with whatever you guys decide.
Okay. Well, I think that'd be probably your best bet is the GIT. I don't want to send you too far down because, you know, it's essentially the same amount of time you have to put into everything. Is Wheezy on?
No, Wheezy right now is chilling with some friends. He will not be on. I'm messaging him everything that's happening.
Somebody kick him and see if he's able to take it on. All right, cool. So that's done.
But I want
You're lagging like crazy on my mic.
I wanted to have a vote. Are we down with Wheezy?
That's what I was just going to say before I unplug my controller. Wheezy's already taken his general test and passed, so it's not about voting. That's normally what we do is we have the general test, then vote.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying,
but,
down with that.
Oh, I thought you said are we voting on him taking the test? He's already taken it.
Not voting. Are we down with Wheezy being general?
Oh, yeah, I have no problem. He's next in line. He was for the longest time. He was interim GIT to become general anyways. So, I mean, unless anybody has any opposition, say it now.
Tag information.
Yep. If anybody has any opposition, throw it out now.
I'm texting him. He is right now way too busy to even text back. Like, usually he texts me right back.
Well, okay, you guys can be butt buddies later, but we're having a discussion on if you guys think that...
I've already talked to him about it.
Okay. Everybody, we're good on that. He's going to officially start his 2-week trial tomorrow. First Lord, you're the same. 2-week trial starts today for you. In 2 weeks, I'll let you know now. If you have not posted twice on the website with your updates, and if you haven't posted twice for your meeting updates, that's all you have to do. Get on the computer once a week, post about your meeting that you had, which in that case you'd just be relaying information that Wheezy kicked you, and then relaying the squad information so he would tell you who the new promotions are, what that kind of stuff is, and then you post it on the website. That's all you have to do. But if you haven't done that twice in the 2-week period, I will tell you now, we're going to find a new position for you. Okay, on to the next topic. H4. This is going to be the major in training. Unfortunately for you guys,
Really? Who the fuck just did that?
Assassin, congratulations. Guess what you just got?
Fuck! And hell, I hit a wall.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my party. Okay then. This is the H4 division for you guys. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing else that I can say. I mean, for you guys, there's 2 interim MITs with Gutsy and Dragon. There's still technically Ubernaut is the major in training. As of today, Ubernaut was on. I think yesterday he said he was on, but he was posing offline. I only found out because I randomly checked his Halo tracker and he had a game playing on it. I'm telling you guys right now, Ubernaut is officially a Master Sergeant. We're no longer going to be waiting for him. We've done that too many times in the past. I'm done with it. Ubernaut is officially a Master Sergeant as well. What is his name? In the Resolve group, he was on today. Who was the old general? Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Shadow?
No.
Hold on, Resolve General
Reaper.
Anarchy.
No, the previous
It's,
one. He was just on
wait,
earlier.
Previous General Resolve, besides Shadow.
I know his name.
Reaper.
No, there is no
Reaper.
Reaper
Yeah.
707. He was on 2
What
hours
the
ago.
fuck? I said Reaper.
He did not do anything of the nature. He's officially also a Master Sergeant. We've given these guys too many chances. They said they're away for whatever the case may be, yet they can get on from time to time. I'm not having that. They're both officially today a Master Sergeant within their squads. They have their XGU tags, so I can't demote them any further. But XGU Reaper 707, no longer a general. I know there for a while, Anarchy was the full-time general, but there was always the, well, if Reaper comes back kind of thing, we'll decide on it then. There's no longer any of that. He's officially a Master Sergeant. He wants to come back, he can come up through the ranks. He's been gone for too long now and doesn't give a shit anymore, especially because he's going to get on and not even message anybody within his own squad. He's officially a Master Sergeant. Same for Ubernaut. Unfortunately for Ubernaut, this is the second time. He was a general before, then he was a major again, now he's a major in training, got demoted. I mean, there's no consistency in the kid, so we're officially demoting him to a Master Sergeant. Let's see. As for Dragon and Gutsy, with you guys, I mean, there's no talking to your squads at all. I mean, there's literally no level of, like, what the fuckery I can give more than I can give you guys. Gutsy, you finally got back into the groove of submitting your reports, but that's about it, man. I mean, you haven't been talking to your generals. When you do show up to your Jenny's meetings, you don't say anything. You don't request any more information. I mean, pretty much they front you information. You front it to me. You front it to Jesus. And that's the end of it. You know, I mean, that's not the case. You guys should be helping them structure their squads. You should be asking them what's wrong. I mean, you guys have so many squads under your command that is just sitting there. And, I mean, we're not having that anymore. I get sick and tired of it. You know, get the fuck out of my party. You want to be a jackass, you can get out there. You know, there's too many people in here that just don't do anything. And, I mean, the FR division, all the way up until the last guy, plus the division leader, plus all the way up, they all do their job. So I don't understand what it is specifically about you two that, you know, is something that's so difficult to do your position. I mean, is there anything I'm missing between you guys?
God's your mic is staticky.
Could you two hear me? Jesus and, or no, Gutsy and Dragon?
I heard you.
We hear you.
Well, I mean, is there anything I'm missing?
I just don't know too much of what I'm supposed to, like, exactly do.
Okay, well, see, that would be a situation that you regard back to me. You don't just kind of cruise through the position. You guys have been at your position for a month now. Jesus, or Gutsy, for way longer. And, I mean, obviously you guys don't exactly know the ins and outs of what you're supposed to do. I mean, between you guys, I'm supposed to put a major in that's supposed to lead the squad. But I have no fucking clue to put in there because you guys are both stagnant. And, I mean, along that same effect, Knight Rider, we promoted him to the position 3.5 weeks ago, and he has done nothing. Has not attended the last couple meetings, has not really done anything, isn't talking to anybody. I don't know what it is about the MIT position, but you guys aren't doing anything. I mean, between the three of you, it's like we have no MITs with you guys combined. So after this is over, this is what I was talking about earlier, we're going to have our little quiz session. I want all the MITs to show up. We're going to kind of go over what you guys are and aren't supposed to do and whether you guys are capable of handling your position. Also, today, I'm going to go ahead and full-on promote Jesus to the official division leader. There for a while, he was co-division leader, didn't really have a lot of responsibilities. I was giving him his 2-week trial. I think, you know, he's proved himself moreover with his ability to actually communicate within all the squads. I mean, such a weird flip between, you know, people that previously were MITs that did above and beyond, like Bong and Jesus, and then what we have now. I mean, it's unfortunate because obviously, Bong, you aren't talking to Knight Rider about what he is and isn't supposed to do. Jesus, obviously, you aren't talking to Dragon and Gutsy about what they are and aren't supposed
What
to
do you
do.
mean I'm not talking about Knight Rider? I fucking ream that kid up and down every day.
You can ream him all day long, but obviously he has no clue what he's supposed to do because he just told us, and
Oh, he
Dragon
knows
and
what he's
Gutsy just
supposed to
told
do,
us
he
that
just
they have no
doesn't
goddamn
do it.
clue. Well, that's up to them. That's
He
why
just
we're going to
doesn't.
be having our quiz session after this is over. We're going to be seeing exactly what you guys do and don't know. I mean, I'm not going to demote people that are doing their job, like Bong and like Jesus. I'm not going to demote them because they're doing their job. They have no problems with what they're doing whatsoever in and out. But for some reason, you guys come in, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, and if you don't, I mean, you guys were behind these guys for the longest time, showed up to every single meeting, seen exactly what they did and didn't do every single time we had a meeting. So obviously there was either no paying attention going on, or now you guys are just in la la land. So we're gonna have our quiz section,
Dude, listen,
get exactly what we got
I come
done.
in, do my job every time. I'm not looking for a promotion, but I do my fucking job. That's.
I'm aware, and that's why you're where you are, the third highest person in this clan at the moment. But I mean, I want nothing more than to fill these higher up spots with people that are capable of doing the job. But you have to think about it this way: the more I put people in higher up spots, the more people I take away from the positions that they can already handle, and especially for people that were good generals, like Knight Rider and Dragon and Gutsy. You guys were good generals, but once you're in the MIT position, it's like, you got your free card pass, and now you don't want to do anything. So, I mean, if that's the situation, I'm more than willing to do the jobs of every position under me that aren't filled, and have you guys at general positions where shit is going to get done, rather than have these generals not filled and you guys in higher up positions where you're not going to do anything. I mean, I'm not trying to be dicks to you guys, but you kind of got you have to get your ducks lined up here and do the job. I mean, if you don't want the position, don't take it. Simple as that. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're supposed to do, come to us. There's literally so many people that are above you that can tell you exactly what you are supposed to do and exactly how to outshine everybody, but you guys just aren't taking the initiative because you don't care.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, so I've been in constant contact with both No Mercy and Tactical. I haven't been in contact with Envious because I know they can handle their shit, and Bong said he was going to handle Resolve and No Mercy, but I've been in constant contact with No Mercy, especially Wheezy and Mass Assassin. They can attest to that. Same with Smile. I've been holding the tactical meetings because Smile hasn't been able to, he doesn't have a mic, so I've been doing that. Bongs can attest to that as well. I've been holding those meetings because I know tactical best.
Okay, well, let me put it this way.
It's not that.
Let me put it this way. You have sent me one report in the last...
Wait, you're joking, right? I have sent you a report every single week.
Yours
it's not my
personally.
fault that
I'm not talking about you forwarding reports. I can read everything you've sent me just now, and nothing is from you. Bong, when he sends me his, it's everything from everybody else that is forwarded, and he has a summary on the end. Jesus, everything everybody's forwarded, he has a summary on the end. Gutsy, everything somebody's forwards, and a summary on the end. You send me everybody else's shit and call it a day. What you're supposed to do when you have these things, you are supposed to be in complete control. It doesn't matter what squads Bong says he's taking care of. You guys are supposed to individually go to each squad and ask them what help that they need. And then you forward that into your report and you make a summary of it, what help those squads need, and you send that to me. That way the things can get done. If you just send me, literally, hold on, let me fucking read this.
Well, by the way, guys, it's not a summary, dude. I fucking send you a goddamn.
Well, okay, yours isn't a summary. I know that. That's not a. It's a goddamn short story.
That's going on.
But this is Tactical has promoted DRV to General and Christo first captain in a 2-week trial period and have a 3-captain position open as soon as second lieutenant. Hope to get them filled by next officers meeting on Tuesday and currently have 83 members. That's not a report. That's what he told you and you send straight to me. Versus you could say, hey, Tactical, they're going to have a 2-week period. They need help in this position. I think personally, if we send somebody in to help with recruiting, they would do extremely well. They also seem to need some help with positioning or anything of that nature. You're not giving me a major aspect of anything in the squads. What you're giving me is their general consensus on their squad that they already know, and you can literally find out in 10 seconds. You guys are there to make sure that squad runs smoothly. That's what you're there for. You're supposed to help the general out when the general doesn't know what to do, and or if the general needs any help that they cannot foresee themselves. You guys have been in a general position. You know what they need help in. That's why you're in that position, to oversee them. You're a general supervisor. You're supposed to see a squad, see the struggles that they have within that squad, and help fix them. Not relay information like a goddamn shuttle girl. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's why we're having this.
I was confused then on the meeting, or on the report then.
And I'm aware. That's why I just said.
My apologies.
Obviously, the information Bong and me and Jesus are all passing you guys is getting muffled up. We're going to have something at the end of this where we go over everything. That way everybody's on the exact same page on what they're expected to do, what they're supposed to do, or they can either take the position and leave it. In the H4 division, You guys are really slacking. Really. There's no help being dished around to anybody. All your guys' squads have been seriously the exact same week after week after week. You know, I'm supposed to already have a major in there, and considering a co-division leader, but right now it's so goddamn lopsided that the only person that I feel that is doing their job enough to deserve a co-division leader spot, I can't put him in that co-division leader spot because then we have no major and or major in trainings that can, you know, suffice and actually do anything because they're all in fucking La La Land. So we'll get to that one when we reach it. We'll go ahead and continue on with this meeting, and then we'll have our little session at the end. That way we actually know what everybody is expected of. I don't know if I already said it, Jesus, but you're officially going to go ahead and have the responsibilities and duties of a division leader now. That way Bong has...
That's good, that's good.
That way Bong has furthermore specific help. That way you guys can actually have the duties. You know, before really Jesus was just there to kind of give advice, so to say. Now you actually have the privileges and the responsibilities to actually do anything that you guys want to do within the squads. You have to realize that's a lot of responsibility, Jesus. If you want to stick around as well, the MITs can go over stuff, and I'll go over some more stuff with you. I have no plans in the immediate couple weeks to fill any other spots that are higher up right now, simply because the constraints that we're in. The next thing I wanted to go to, Lambert, I know the situation. I know work and all that jazz, but you know you're going to have to be in more contact with everybody. That's why we got you a kick. You know, at the position that you're in, you know, whenever I can't make a decision or whenever I'm not available to, these guys should be able to come to you and actually get a response. Not showing up to our meetings, not showing up to our high council meetings, all that kind of shit, that's understandable as long as the consensus is you're still able to show up to, you know, kick messages or anything of that nature, helping people out within the other parties, seeing things that are going wrong within the squads, but nothing's being said at those higher up positions. And especially, you know, you're first in line for the co-creator position, but obviously I can't give you a co-creator position if you don't even know the squads that are struggling in this clan. You know, that's a huge, huge downfall to, and I understand, again, the situation that's at hand, but, you know, the amount of time that you're still on, you still can get on the website, and, you know, there's a lot of people that do post problems on the website that are happening. You know, you can still be on the website finding out what's happening within the squads, helping out Jesus and Lambert, and especially these MITs that, you know, when they're in trouble, they have no goddamn clue what's going on. You know, as a potential co-creator, you know, you should be able to help these guys out in everything that, you know, they have any kind of issues with. And, you know, the only thing that I can really suggest, I mean, there's nothing necessarily bad except for the current activity. And I know the situation, so that's why I'm not overly kind of shoving it down your throat. This is the same exact thing with First Lord. You know, this time of the year is specifically hard on people. But, you know, of the time that you have, manage it correctly. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, manage it in a position and in a way where you can be the most effective at what you're doing.
A big thing, if anyone's having like trouble and stuff, I haven't received really a kick from anyone saying, oh, I need help or anything.
Yeah.
There's no communication to me. I guess that's
the only time I ever
thing,
ask for
but
anything is when we need an approval. Because
like
I've
here
been
in-
seriously rebuilding all the fucking squads.
Well, what you need to do is the same thing I've done. Add all the generals, add all the MITs, add everybody that's of power, and occasionally, man, just shoot out a message, how's stuff in your squad. That's why I personally, I mean, in other clans, I've asked people in other clans, man, even smaller clans, the creators, they don't do shit. And it's a shame, because I try and help everybody in here as much as I physically can, and I mean, everybody takes it such for granted that it pisses me off. I mean, I show up to our general meetings, and I talk more than the person that's supposed to be throwing the goddamn meeting. I mean, no kidding. Ask Jesus. We were in a meeting yesterday. I don't remember who the hell it was, but I mean, I ended up having to talk.
I was in there with you in a No Mercy meeting.
Yeah, and I have to talk almost every other sentence that the general says because, you know, they're spewing stuff that's inaccurate. So, I mean, you know, it's the same thing that could be done at every position below. I mean, just simply, hey, man, how's your squad doing? You know, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? Hey, just checking up. You know, what are you doing, you know, in regards to recruiting, you know, activities, that kind of stuff. And you know, I think Assassin's not in here now, but in the meeting that he was throwing the other day, him and New Vegas, they were talking about, I think, recruiting new people in, and they didn't even know that you're supposed to send the clan tag a friend request. Assassin's a goddamn first captain, and he didn't even know you're supposed to send friend requests to the clan tag. I mean, that is
Yeah,
That is
that's
that is
right.
such a big misinformation step that it's crazy.
Dude, that's pitiful.
And I mean, it's as simple as, literally, as simple as referring people to the website. That's all it's about. I put, 4 steps to recruiting. I put it on there. I put, the exact ranking structure. I put literally jobs and duties of everybody. I mean, I make it
I've
so
posted all the
damn
shit that they
easy.
need to know. It's on the
I
website now.
actually had to help New Vegas the other day
website. There's
figure out
a
how to
link
do
for
that.
everything.
Yeah, it's such. This is what we said yesterday. Me and Bong were saying in the, I think it was Anarchy's meeting. I don't know. The website is such an asset to everybody that literally, when anyone has a
No
question,
one utilizes
it's almost like you could go to the website and pull information off there and give it to them, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, thank you." And it's just such a fact that they don't know how to navigate it, or that they just choose not to. So I mean,
I want to also add that I was talking to a captain, I think it was Ginger Bear or something from Rebirth.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know that we had a YouTube channel.
I'm aware.
I had to
That's
have,
why
I was like, go
so many
subscribe
people
to it
don't
right
even know
now.
we have
Listen
They
up.
were on
YouTube channel.
Facebook and
It's
crap.
Listen
awful.
up, listen up. That's why me, Bong, Jesus, and a couple other people sat down at the last High Council meeting, and we came up with, I mean, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for everybody. We came up with a checklist. Literally, came up with a goddamn checklist of exactly things that you should talk about in a meeting that make it go as smooth and most informational as possible. And we came up with that checklist, and we posted it. Therefore, everybody just now needs to go on there. They need to write that down or copy it, and whenever they have their meeting, everything's going to go so goddamn buttery smooth that they're not going to know what to do. So, I mean, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody. It's just simply about grasping the information. I mean, as far as you majors and stuff like that, everything you're supposed to do is online, dude. Step by step by step. So anybody that says they have no clue what to do, whatever position that they're in, go the fuck on the website. Even at your higher positions. I think the only stuff that I didn't fill in yet, that I still have in my notebook, that I didn't really want to do... Well, hold on, I gotta read this. Okay. The only stuff that I didn't post on there because it's too long to post on there is because we didn't have the position filled at the time, so it wasn't necessary. And I think that was clan director, co-creator, that kind of stuff. I didn't put the duties and responsibilities on there because literally it's like a half sheet of stuff that I didn't feel like typing out because we don't have the position filled, so it's not necessary. But everybody else, major in training, I know for a fact, everything's on there. You got a good 7-8 bullets of stuff. I mean, everybody, you have so much stuff on there. It's insane that you don't know what to do. Okay, on to the next topic. New Jennies that are emerging. I'm letting you guys know now, especially you MITs, if you want to prove some stuff to me now, I want you guys to be coming through all of your squads to see who really, in the strong squads, who is coming up in the squad that really are kind of cock-blocked by no position. There's a lot of people that really have promise within these squads. Magna DM, he's extremely small. I mean, a small ranking member in the clan, but, as far as presentation, dedication, everything of that nature, he's extremely, he's a go-getter, really. I mean, he really is. I think he'd make an awesome squad leader. There's a few other people. Princess, Tryhard's sister, is she in here? Okay, yeah. I think the same.
What they need to do.
Exactly. They all have the potential to run a squad. They all have the potential to run it correctly because they're not, short of saying, they're not fucking retarded. That's really all it takes. I mean, it takes the goal to be able to lead a squad and the dedication to stick with it. And I mean, there's a lot of people in here that have that drive that could be able to do it extremely easily. And I mean, I don't think there's any lower-ups in here now. But, a lot of your first captains that are in here, I mean, except for Masassin being a jackass all the time, he'd make a good leader. He really would. But it's just same as Wheezy. It's getting over that, getting over that nonsense of being an asshole and sticking with, hey, I'm a leader of a squad now. Time to get down to business. That's really all what it's about. And with Tryhard, there's a lot of people in his squad that are all in the same boat. They can be extremely well as a general. It's just all about getting down to business and being able to keep everything together and doing it correctly. That's all what it's about.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is that I have no problem with Mass Assassin being a first cap for now. Until he grasps.
He's not mature enough to be a GIT or a general. I'll say that right now.
I know,
he's really not.
He's not. That's why he's going to stay a first cap. But there are a lot of responsibilities and duties that come with that. And Turn knows, and he's going to get him embedded with his fucking brain. I think eventually he will mature. But until then, that's where he's going to stay.
Yep.
But I think there are a number of people that understand where they need to be. I've been all over these guys. I don't want to sit here and help. I don't want to help the H4 division, but I have no problem getting the FR division into shape because that's what I've been doing. But at the same time, I can rebuild a squad in 3 weeks. I don't give a fuck what it is. I will have a squad ready to go in 3 weeks. And it's with any of these squads that we need rehab and we need fixed up or we need whatever, they will be ready to go in 3 weeks. And that's what puts the fuck out of me, because I will do that shit every time, all the time.
And unfortunately, there's not enough people that have that mindset in here. If there were, then we'd be in no problem. I mean, you guys really, what we need to do is we need to have more of these high council meetings where we actually get down to what it is exactly that you need to do, because obviously that's the problem, unfortunately. But the main issue, what we're going to do after this is over, we're going to go ahead and get everything started, get everything in initiative. But the last thing that I wanted to add on are upcoming squads that we're going to plan on working on. So what we're going to do, the time frame currently, we're going to give 1 week to the new Rebirth squad. If you guys would rather, do whatever, push, I don't give a shit. What we're doing is we're having 1 week minimum, 2 weeks max, roughly. We're going to push all of our efforts into the Rebirth squad. I don't like the fact that all these new people are in there. The only other issue, since you guys want to keep it H4, the only other issue that we would do is I'm going to send out one message to everybody on that tag. Anybody that doesn't reply is going to get deleted off there. So, I mean, if we have a squad of 15, 20 people, oh well. I mean, I would rather just create a whole goddamn new tag. That way I could send out a message. If you want to be an XGU, add this tag. And then that'd be the end of it. All those new recruits would then be on that tag. Then there's no replying to people for 15 years and dragging it out into this big long thing. And then just go ahead and at the end, shut everybody down on that one. Now, what we're going to do after that, week and a half, what the plan is we're going to work on our most successful squads that in the past have been successful that are now kind of failing. So after we're done with that, we're going to just kind of open up. And this is why I got pissed off at Bong earlier, because what we're going to end up doing is the same thing that he's talking about. He's just wanting to jump the gun on it now. What we're going to be doing is, once that squad is good and established, what we're going to be doing is spreading out everything. And this is why I really need our major in trainings to stick it the fuck out. Because, I mean, there's so much that we can really do to just kind of make everything awesome all at once. And it's extremely easy if you guys actually get down to business and do it. What we're going to be doing after that is a campaign of probably about 3 or 4 weeks where we just work on every squad individually. I will give everybody that is a major in training up a specific squad to worry about. This is going to be the only time we probably ever do this. But literally, Dragon will have one, Bong will have one, Jesus will have one, Gutsy will have one, Lambert will have one, and I'll probably have a couple more. In the situation, what we're going to do is, well, maybe. Depends if you actually get past your 2-week trial, you motherfucker.
My division's good, hombre.
It's not just about your division, man. We're gonna try and
one more thing.
We're going to get. Hold on. We're going to try and have some. There's gonna be 4 weeks we do this, where each person is specifically entitled to one squad. Where we try and do something.
That was rude.
Don't shoot me.
I didn't shoot you.
What?
That was
I didn't.
me. I was trying to bump Nikki to her car alarm.
All
Please
three
kill
of them
him right now.
Okay. While we try and do this, it's going to be one person owning one squad and making sure that it is maxed the fuck out with everything intact. It's going to be the only time where we ever do that. Shut up, Jesus. We ever do that in the future. Everybody else will, after that, have their specific individualized things to do. But until then, we're going to be mainly working on one squad, making sure that everything about that squad is awesome. Because for too long, there's been 1 or 2 or 3 people working on one squad and nobody worrying about, the squad in the background that's slowly falling off the map, like Tactical, like all these other squads that are finally slowly getting people involved in them. But it's going to be a good 4-week campaign where we all sit down, we justify exactly the squads that need the most help. Tactical is one of those that are going to be right there up on the map. Carbon's going to be right there up on the map, where we really try and focus all of our strengths and all of our efforts towards those individual squads. That way, we can see exactly who are higher-ups that suck and don't know what they're doing versus the people that are going above and beyond their duties. That is mainly the reason why I want to do this.
I will tell you right now, guys. This is like what you're saying. What we need. I think there's been way too many people here doing this for too long. Get these squads in order and in shape. And the FR division has come way too far from where it was to not have given also that yeah, we've got the FR division under control other than the major catastrophe of fucking Smile not having his money. Blah blah blah. I have no problem repairing or rehabbing that. That's a fucking day's work for me.
It should be. It should be a day's work for a lot of people. But like I said before, what we need to figure out, well, this is exactly what I know is going to happen. The squads that I get established, the squads that Jesus gets established, the squads that you get established, are going to be the hardest ones for a reason, because they'll actually get done and they'll get done correctly. But the people who get the squads that are going to be semi-difficult, you know, that they still have to put some initiative into, we're going to basically figure out who the higher-ups are that are just kind of sliding by. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of them out there. And I want to figure out exactly who it is, because I don't want to put someone in a position that they can't handle down the road, you know, when they're in such a high position and something comes up, say Bong, I don't know, is gone to prison or whatever the situation is, Jesus goes to jail for weed, whatever the situation may be, and these people aren't around that normally pull the weight, and then these people are in a position that they can't do something because they have no goddamn clue what they're talking about. So therefore, if we give them the initiative where they have to try and do something, and if they don't do it, they don't choose to do it, they don't know how to do it, we can then assess it from there and know exactly what they can and can't do and put them in a position where they can handle it, rather than waste our time down the future.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
I like the weed comment, man.
What I'm trying to say is, okay, as far as the
Bongs, hold on 1 second. Guys, I've been up for 24 hours. I understand my fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm going to pull my weight a lot more now. I have to be up in 5 hours. I got to get to bed.
Alright, well then, show up tomorrow. I'll just give you the same exact thing tomorrow, because we still have to go over it, regardless of if you understand or not. I'm still going
just
over
kick
it.
me. I have to work all day tomorrow.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright, so just kick me. I'll kick you. Alright.
We'll get it done regardless.
Shut up, Jesus. I actually have to work for a living.
Someone
so do I,
everybody's
dude.
taking you.
Okay, regardless, everybody, I don't care. Everybody shut up. I don't care. If you have to work on Labor Day weekend, that's your deal. But that's fine. I'll give you a kick. It does not matter.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
get it
once
done
again, I apologize to everybody.
No need to apologize.
So.
You just do it.
Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.
It takes too long to say sorry.
What I'm trying to say is,
what, Bong?
Listen, the FR division is under control. We've been doing this ever since the FR division existed. FR division is getting healthy. Like,
snapshot
is tactical, and that's because we've had Just Smile and their mic and a few others. Otherwise, the FR division is perfect.
Well, I know, and that's
has a couple issues.
There's always room for improvement.
That's what I'm trying to get at. And here's what the situation is. There's squads that are going to need a lot of help, and there's squads, like I said, that are mediocre and, you know, needing slight tad touch that could do better, and we're going to beat this into the ground all day long.
But those polishing details can be dealt with very easily.
Exactly, and that's why
that are uber fucking failing are in the H4 division, and that is actually going to require some serious work.
And exactly, and I didn't say that I'm not going to give me, you, Jesus, or Lambert an H4 squad. I very might win. You know, I might. It's something we probably will end up having to do.
And I'm completely down with that.
And
but the thing
situation is that we need to
these
find out.
Fucking MITs that are in these positions are fucking up bad, dude.
And I'm aware. That's why we're having this quiz after this, and I'm telling you this now. Believe me, if I wasn't pissed off about it, I wouldn't make a deal about it. Here's what we're gonna do, though. This is not gonna be now. What I'm gonna do is they're still gonna have a 2-week trial period after I tell them what exactly they're supposed to do. That's why I said 1 week minimum, 2 weeks maximum. Then we're gonna instill that because I want to see if they can actually do something before I enact this. Because I'm not gonna let just some random know nothing try and restructure a squad, and then that squad, go from being okay to fucked up. Because it's not going to happen. We're still going to end up seeing exactly who does well and exactly who does shitty.
We already got our division handled.
Oh god.
And now we're going to be taking on their fucking fucked up division on top of it.
That's part of being a higher up, man. And
I'm down with that. I have no problem fixing it. But at the same time, you know what? I don't care what the fuck you know, dude. Fix your goddamn squads and get them in order, dude.
Yeah, especially if you guys, and I can't, and that specific fact, well, and it's not, no, you can't say that, Jesus. It's not about not knowing something, because everything is on the website, and they know that. Everybody that's in an MIT position, I have personally seen say, well, why don't you know that? It's on the website. So how can they say, how don't you know that if it's not on the website? And they don't even go to the website to check their own responsibilities and duties. And not only that, when each one of you...
the goddamn checklist in the
when each one of you... I know that. And when each one of them... I'm talking about MITs right now. When each one of them, no kidding, said all this shit and got their position... We went over in detail everything that you guys were supposed to do. Dragon, I know for a fact, we went into so much detail with your position, it was a good hour. Gutsy, you've been in that position for too goddamn long not to know what to do. Too goddamn long. But regardless of the fact, we need to wrap this up. We're going to be doing that after this. I'm not going to record it or anything. We're going to just kind of go over in detail everything that you guys need to know, need to do. If you guys can't handle it, we'll find someone that can. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and decide exactly what we're going to do with the new squad of the H4 Rebirth. We'll just figure that out in a minute. But we'll go ahead and wrap this up with any questions, comments, or concerns. And by the way, guys, anybody that I listed as a possible gen, and I'm talking to anybody really that's a third captain or above, I don't want any of the first captains or the GITs offering for this, but when we do start Rebirth up, it is going to need a general and possibly a GIT. So, a lot of you guys, if you want to try and take it on, specifically Tryhard, you're an outstanding general, no doubt about it. I don't think Princess would have any trouble at all. Ouch. If she wants to go ahead, and I don't know if she's listening, if she wants to go ahead and try and take on a GIT, possibly general position, that's 100% up to her, but this will be something that I have no doubt about it.
Skills a general has, Tryhard has.
And that's one of those things where you don't have to worry about somebody getting online. If she has any issues, literally you have an awesome general right there,
And that's what pisses me off, because you know what? Tryhard, yeah, he might be new, he might not have the ranking and everything. That motherfucker knows how to build squads, knows how to make them do what they need to do. And he can make it happen. And just like I do, I will rebuild a fucking squad in goddamn 3 weeks. You'll have a whole fucking squad. And that's all it takes, because that's the time that you need for each position.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody in here, we're going to go ahead and run through questions, comments, concerns. Top down, Jesus, anything?
Yeah, as I was trying to say, but getting spoken over. Fucking, can we still send Driv over there to the new Rebirth?
No.
He's literally been... Dude, he hasn't had the chance to do anything, though.
What is it? I thought he's a general right now. Why would we put a general in a new squad?
Because he was the general. Yeah.
What is his position right now?
General of Rebirth.
Oh, well then, what does it matter? Then obviously he's still going to be general.
We're having to babysit.
Well, that's what I was saying, dude. I was trying to make sure.
I'm tired of babysitting the H4 division because Indians and everybody got this shit under control. I don't want to babysit the.
Well, don't babysit. That's Jesus' division. That's Jesus' spot. If the MITs can't handle it, that's Jesus' spot, and Jesus needs to be getting on these MITs about it. You don't have to babysit anybody, especially be vocal about babysitting. Don't. That's not your current duty until the fact that I say, hey, Bong, I need you to do this over an H4. Then obviously you're overstepping anything you're supposed to do, so just don't do it. You need to let these guys crash and burn, specifically so we can see who the fuck is crashing and burning and needs to be held responsible for it.
Well, there's a lot of people crashing and burning. We can list them off right now and fucking get over it.
That's what we're doing after this. Have we not already? I think every MIT at the opponent have already been yelled at today and is going to be going over stuff.
That was not me.
Fuck, you fucktard. Really? Try hard? Really?
Okay, come on. Questions, comments, concerns. Let's go down the list. Lambert, go ahead and take over for right now. Go ahead and take piss.
Bong? Question, comments, concerns?
No, they'll be addressed to me afterwards.
First, Lord.
My comment right now is about Wheezy. That actually makes me really proud to hear that he passed that, seeing how I helped him after the first time that he had failed it. My only other question that I can think of is, how is Dynasty been doing? Because I haven't really heard anything about them.
I'm pretty sure they've been continually being strong.
Well,
I mean, they're not losing
Yeah, man,
members.
how are the issues with Dangle?
Okay. Nanny. Comments, concerns?
Well, just the point. In my fairness, I am slowly getting carbon up. In my fairness, that's what I think. That carbon is slowly getting up for me in general now. Yes, I've moved around some of the positions. We've got the third and fourth lieutenant open, but that's only because I don't think anyone's ready for that yet. And I haven't had any offers back from other squads saying, oh, we've got some master sergeants who are looking for higher up ranks. I haven't had any of that, and I've said that 2 meetings ago. I know I can't get to like, most of these meetings because of the time frame. At the moment, the current time is 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Well, you can go to bed.
I'll be going to bed after this, don't worry.
Actually, no, you can't. You have to stay up. Sorry.
Alright, Princess.
You have obligations to your Xbox.
No, I'm good.
With the heat and done.
Alright, Gutsy.
Nope, not really.
Irishman.
Nope.
Oh, I skipped myself.
You get no
Do I have any
questions.
Jaggin?
No, honestly.
Okay, Tryhard?
I think it's awesome to hear Wheezy pass his gen.
He barely passed
I think he'll make a decent general.
I've known a few people who barely passed it, scraped by the...
Also, I'm happy for Jesus getting that promotion. Also, I think Princess would make a considerably good GIT with a little bit of oversight. She'd need a little work on it.
That's why it's
Also, if
Don't
he
worry,
does
I'll stay on
transfer or
top of
whatever
her.
happens, I will definitely need help filling positions. Because that will be
God he
hard
didn't hear that.
hard.
Okay, Jezero.
I have no questions, comments, or concerns.
None. Okay. That's it.
Slut.
Okay, guys. If anybody else has anything else to add, now's the time. If not, we're officially ending this. Alright, guys. Thanks for showing up to the meeting. Let's get